Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to the new year. Welcome to 2024. I am Rachel Archelaus. This is Carrie Roldan, and you are in our live stream. Thank you for being here. We are here mostly every Thursday. This year, we're just going to do half an hour. So heads up there. We have lots of other content, though. If you'd like more alignment content, subscribe to the Daily Alignment Show. Just search Daily Alignment Show on YouTube here and you'll find us. We are live 5 days a week over there. Happy New Year, Katerina, Guillaume. Thanks everybody else for being here. We really love you. We love this time together. Hi, Carrie. Happy New Year.
I know. Happy New Year to you. We were just chatting away before we went live, and I realized this is the first time I've seen you in the new year. We went back and forth. We were messaging, but this is our first time occupying the same virtual space in 2024. And I know we're going to talk about our drawing for 2024. And I just got to say, I felt like a tangible shift yesterday. And I had 2 clients who experienced the same thing. So, I know like our calendar has a new year starting on January 1st. I think human design, Jana's here. Jana can tell us. I think human design says the new year doesn't start until like January 22nd or whatever. But I felt something change yesterday, probably because it was my first like moment alone in several weeks. But either way, I'm just curious about how 2024 is feeling for you already.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And hi, Jana. Oh my God. Thank you for joining the channel. You guys, if you want an extra video on Saturdays, join the channel. And it's really just usually a chatty video. We go behind the scenes. We talk about stuff that's important to you. So you can join the channel at the link below, the button below. And happy to have you, Jana. How is my new year feeling? I feel incredibly expansive, focused, clear. Like I feel great. I don't always start the year feeling this great. Sometimes it's like more in the springtime that I really feel my juices flowing, where I seem to like come to life, but I'm feeling it right away. I just ordered a puzzle too. I've never been a puzzle person, but I'm like, you know what? I would love a nice cozy puzzle. So there's a new me happening and I'm not going to stop it. I like it.
Same. I didn't feel what you're feeling until yesterday. But yeah, there is a freshness, a focus, like things sort of coming into HD that has been happening for my 2024 so far. So I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, we are here because we're going to go over the intuitive art drawing for 2024. Last year, it was really reassuring to me, really helpful to kind of know, like, where am I in this drawing? What is coming up? What can I expect? Like, I think if we're going to have challenges, it's nice to know that they're coming. It's nice to know when they're going to end. And so last year, we had quite a bit of challenge. This year, not so much. So are you ready to get into it, Carrie? Should we just go?
I'm like taking notes, so okay. I'm ready.
Excellent. All right. And hey, Bodil, nice to see you. Oh, hey, C. Okay. Should I put myself big for this part?
Go ahead. They're just looking at me taking notes. So.
Okay. So the first thing that I noticed is there are no muddy colors. So there's no huge misalignment that we are dealing with anymore. Now, obviously, if you're still arguing for your limitations, if you're still holding on to the past, that is not going to help you this year, right? So that's still going to be present for you personally, but overall energetically, this is a fast year. This is a magnetic year, and this is a year all about intuition. And so the more you can find a way to turn up the volume of your intuition to get clearer, listen to yourself, the easier and kind of more slingshotty this year is going to be for you, which is going to be exceptionally wonderful. So what do we start off with over here? We're going to read this from left to right. This is grounded action, and it's in my symbol for magnetism. So this is, again, starting off. I'm just looking at the beautiful snowfall. It's so pretty. Okay. What is your daily alignment routine? How can you find yourself to be grounded and clear and present every morning? That is going to help you magnetize what you want to you. And this is really, really, really important. I did a reading for just our coaching group earlier. And it was all about, the first part of the year is all about you finding your routine. This is so important because you want to magnetize your ideal life to you. And in that way, you need to be aligned to that. You have to be that vibrationally. And the only way to do that is to make sure that that is like the clothing you're putting on that day. And so if you want the life that you really want, you need to be in vibrational harmony, because that is what is you are a magnet. And so you need to be the magnet that you want to be. Okay. Very important, because that goes all the way around. That is the foundation of the year, is you have enough wisdom and clarity now to decide your magnet. What is your magnet? What are you magnetizing yourself to? Okay. And then we go into these 4 quadrants here, which is great. We could see that as the seasons, and that's my intuitive color. So you are going to be plugged in to your higher self to hear the call, right? You might get a new call every season. You might get a renewed call every season, but you can see yourself sort of guided by the seasons. You can break up your year into like sort of quadrants. I like to do that because I always like to know there's something new coming. And so you can even journal, like, what is my first quadrant about this year? Is it about going within, building this routine? Is it about working on my book that I'm writing? What is it about? What is your first 3 months of the year about? And you can, ask your higher self, because it will tell you. So you can think about the year in seasons. And then in the middle here, there's some really good stuff happening. This is a grayish blue color, which is about intuitive alignment. And so this color makes me think of something you already know you want to do. It's an idea that has already been presented to you by your higher self, and you're now going to let yourself ride the wave. So nothing new here. There's going to be a huge theme of your life, right? It takes up a lot of the picture, and it's about doing something you already know you want to do. And you got out of the way of not doing that last year, so that now you can follow through with what you really want, which is already a part of you. You already know about it. You might have forgotten it, but you've now made space for it and magnetized yourself to be able to have the resources to do it. So this is huge. This is a huge part of the year where you're going to be on the wave of doing something you've always wanted to do. And in the middle of that, if you can let yourself go there, there is universal love and truth. So you're going to feel the love. You're going to feel the connection of being one with your higher self, of being one with the universe. You're going to feel like you're living your truth. And there is no better feeling than that. And that's just going to keep carrying you forward. So if I had to sum up this year, it would be get out of your own way and set up that daily alignment routine so that you can actually live the thing you've been wanting to live for a long time. You just haven't been able to access it. All right, let's go back to both of us here. All right, what do you think, Carrie?
Well, it feels better than last year's.
Yeah.
And last year's was exciting. Last year's was reassuring, but like there were no, it was like, hey, there's gonna be some stuff. This year it really seems to be about creating a support system. Or I mean, there was structure in last year's drawing too, but this is like a little bit more focused on like, here's how you structure it. Have a routine, break it into quarters. Like, it feels like a game plan. And then there's also reassurance that like, oh, by the way, something that you've always wanted to do is coming. And I'm excited by that because there are several things that I've always wanted to do. So, yeah, like as you were talking, I was wondering, oh, what is it? I wonder which thing it is. Maybe it's all of the things. But yeah, it feels hopeful.
Yeah. It feels more spacious than last year as well to me. And it's funny because this morning I hadn't really dug into this until just now. And so I wasn't really sure what I was going to say or what it would say, except for, I know my colors and stuff. But I was thinking this morning, like, oh, there's all these projects I want to do, like, duh, because it's me. But I felt like it wouldn't be a panic to do them all. It felt like there's time for everything. There's even time for a puzzle. Like there's time, there's room, there's space. And it felt like there's a new amount of leverage I have because of the routine I have of getting into alignment, because my physical body and my current mind only have so much capacity, right? I know this. I've hit the wall before, but my higher self has infinite capacity. And as I've been meditating more and aligning more and clearing more, just because of doing that work, I feel like there is more room. There's more. And something happened because of that, right? Carrie came to me yesterday and was like, hey, let me edit something for you. And it's like, okay, well, that's one less thing I have to do. And it's one more book I can write. It's like things are moving. The magnetism's already happening. I magnetized help to me so I can do more. And so that is just how it's going to work. This is a very automatic year. Automatic. That's what magnetism means. If you put yourself in a place of vibrational harmony with what you want, you automatically draw to you the resources to help you do all of that. So just keep that in mind. The more you align, the less work you need to do arranging, minutia, like all the little parts, everything comes to you. So just that is so key. It's not how we're used to thinking, but it's what's possible more than ever now, because last year you were probably very personally triggered by a lot of different things. All of your worst nightmares, all of the things that you hold on to and argue about came to you, right? And so that you can step over them and release them. And if you did that this year, you're free sailing, maybe not completely. There's still going to be some contrast somewhere, I'm sure, but you've made room, you've elevated to a new platform. Now it's your time to reap the reward of that hard work you did last year.
Yeah.
Nice.
That feels really good. Even as I'm looking at I still have this thing. I think I told you about this. I have this card that says 2023 goals and it just has like 5 things on it. I'm hoping I get another one this year. I finally looked at the card and realized that a realtor had sent it. So it was just like something that I got in the mail that, which good for them, right? Because I mean, bad for them and they didn't put their info on the same side as the goals. So I've been looking at it all year long and not looking at their name. But their thing, I kept it, right? I kept their thing instead of throwing it away. That's not why I'm telling you that. That's just a little marketing thing. I was looking at my 2023 goals and I don't know, Rachel, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I already started. So I'm going to tell you, one of them is something that I thought I didn't want to do. Like, I remember really wanting to do it. So in 2022, the idea came to me, and this is an idea that has come to me like a lot of times over the years. And, you know, there's been reasons why I couldn't do it or didn't want to do it or didn't feel qualified to do it, or story, right? It had some story. So in 2022, I had this idea like, oh, I really want to do this. I'm really excited about it. I'm like all jazzed up. And then in 2023, I put it on my goals of like things that are going to happen. And then I just like didn't want to do it at all. And a lot of the reasons why I didn't want to do it was like all the crap that came up and I let go of. And so as I was writing down what you said about, I remembered what I wanted to say, but just like something you've been really wanting, like just sort of comes, I was like, oh, okay, I hope so. And the thing that you said, this is a theme that's come to me like sort of intuitively already, right? So that's the best thing about like intuition and like focusing on trusting your intuition and alignment and all of that, is that like by the time we get to these conversations, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that's already happening. But you and I talked about this a little bit in the past couple of days, and then I was on a call yesterday and it was brought up again. And this is not new information for me, for you, for probably anybody who is watching. But you said it. I'm looking in my notes right now to see if I can get your exact words. But I don't have your exact words. But it's basically, if you want the life you want, you need to be the person who has that life now. And that is a little bit, for me, receiving that message is a little bit different than just aligned to it. And so for me, I really like that because it makes me think about, that's what my journaling this morning was all about. Is like, okay, so even as I'm thinking about my morning routine, right? I'm thinking about what does the next version of me, what does her morning routine look like, right? Not what's my morning routine, what I would prefer to do, but like successful, amazing future me, what does she do every morning? Oh, how do I align with that? I do it.
Yes.
And that feels good.
Yeah, I had the same thought yesterday because I found a new dream house to lust after. And I was like, I have dance parties in that house. There are dance parties going on there. Like, how can I have dance parties here? Where, I get a strobe light. Like, I'm doing it. Because, yes, be the person that you want to be. Be who you are in your fantasy. You have this life. This life is yours. There's no one holding you back from that. So, I love that. And oh my gosh, Araniel is here. Hello. It has been a long time. How are you? Let us know. And thanks everyone for your comments. Happy New Year. And Badil loves puzzles. That's awesome. I'll definitely show you when I have completed it. So how does this land for everyone? Like, what are you taking from this right now? Are you envisioning the thing that has been coming back up for you that you've been wanting to do? Are you unsure? Are you just going to let it come to you? Like, where are you at with this? What do you think?
That was the exact question I was going to ask. It's like, hey, you guys, how is this hitting you? How does it feel? Right? Like for me, it felt hopeful. It felt reassuring. I love that there's a little bit of a like, hey kid, get your act together. Like,
it's funny because like, yes, but your higher self would never talk to you like that, which I know you know. But what I also love about this is it's like going inside. So often we think, okay, to get to the next level, to do the thing I've always wanted to do, I have to go out. I have to leave my comfort zone. I have to go find the people, go find the money, the resources, go down the path I've never gone down before. But and some of that could be true, but it would be guided. But it's like curling up with yourself, going within, finding more comfort, finding more love, finding more ease, right? Going within And that is so important to know because it can take the anxiety down so much. You get to desire, you get to grow, you get to have more. And that should feel better. It should feel like relief. It shouldn't feel like stress and striving and white knuckling. That's the opposite. You left that behind last year. That is not the way. The way is comfort and ease and finding your truth and living that. Like that is the way to go. So totally different than what you might have in your head right now.
The big, swirly, grounded action is magnetism, right? When you talked about that, you talked about your routine and then breaking the year into quadrants. That's what I'm talking about when I say like, hey kid, get your act together.
Yeah.
That put a little structure in your going within. And that maybe is my personal interpretation because I'm really good at the going within. It's sometimes like actually putting any sort of structure in my life that I'll claim that's not even true. I can put great structure in my life. But that's the part that I was feeling is that grounded action. That feels totally different than go out and make something happen.
Yeah.
And yet the fact that it's like, hey, there will, at least for me, there's some sort of action that you're going to want to take. Feels really good because most of 2023, there was no actions I wanted to take. And I know that was the case for you as well. Like there was just a lot of like stagnation is the word for me. I don't know that that's the word for everyone, but.
Well, to be honest, 2023 was a very mental year. We were doing a lot in the fourth dimension up here. We were overanalyzing. We were fighting between who we want to be and who we have been. And that's why it was so challenging because we were mostly magnetizing all of the shit to the surface. We were cleaning out the closets in 2023 and that was necessary. You can't take your baggage with you. So in order to have the life we want, we had to step over the garbage pile that we've been carrying with us for so long. And it was uncomfortable. And we needed a lot of rest and a lot of recuperation and a lot of water and a lot of massages, if that's your thing, and whatever, like a lot of recovery. And so we've made more space for this year to be a lot easier if we are willing to, again, live as the people we want to be. That is the real key.
So that is something, and I know we are almost out of time, which
I know it's weird. It's going to be weird for the first couple of ones.
Yeah, but that is something for me that has been like a fun activity is I'm just going to tell you. When I hopped on today, the first thing you did was like compliment my jacket, right? And I was like, oh, this old thing, because I have had this for a really long time. And when I think about future me or like ideal me for the longest time, I've said like she lives in her workout clothes.
Mm-hmm.
They're just nicer workout clothes. And so today I was like, okay, I'm not going to get dressed for like, because I still haven't done my workout for the day. And I'm not going to show up looking like I'm in my pajamas still, which I often do on these, because that's not how future me shows up. She shows up in elevated workout gear. And so that's what I did today. And I got to tell you, like, I'm having the best day just because I put on like my nicer workout clothes. And I think something else that is coming to me is like, why don't I work out in my nicer workout clothes? Right? Like I have workout clothes that are just for show. What is that about? Right? And so just sort of, anyways, leaning into that. But that's like the small thing, right? Behave like the person you want to become. It's like, how does she behave? Well, she wears this jacket. So there we are.
Yeah. And if you really need help with this, if you have the aligned up level recordings, go back to that. They have lots of processes in there to help you with this. I am just finishing reading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has a whole protocol for helping you do just this. Eckhart Tolle is probably pretty great at this. Like, there's a lot of resources out there that can help you. I would definitely recommend meditation. Absolutely, for sure. And in fact, actually next week on the Daily Alignment Show, we meditate together for 5 days. So
Yay.
Every single day we are meditating together. I'll tell you how to do it. We do it together. I'm on screen with you. And it will help you kickstart a new habit if you haven't already. But I definitely don't want to leave without some of these comments. So I had to put my glasses on. Cool. So Auraniel's back and he says he's doing great. He feels like this year could bring some surprises. Yeah, that would be awesome. It's kind of like an uncertainty that comes with excitement. Feel like I'm going with the flow. Perfect. Yeah. So going with the flow, right? That's like this big wave here. It's a perfect way to feel. And being guided by your intuition does feel a lot like that. You're just taking one step at a time and then you get new information when you need it. I love that. And Janice says, this is deeply, I could put it on screen. There you go. This has landed deeply in my heart. I am definitely going to be riding the wave, and structure is at the forefront. So really loved that this came forward in your reading as well. And yeah, 2023 was brutal in several areas. And it was also a major year of transformation. Yeah, I can say the same. Like, I did lots of scary things that I just was ready to do. Lots of really exciting, amazing things. But yeah, it was at times very difficult emotionally. But luckily, none of that lasted so long, right? It's like the quick, the quick jab of a needle. Like, you just kind of, you get in there, you don't feel good, let it go, and then you move on. And luckily, we don't have to do that anymore.
Well, in your summary of this year, you kind of said this year feels a lot more automatic.
Yes.
And so that is worth feeling excited about. And what I love about these readings is, and doing them for the year, is that they help me approach the year with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm super grateful that we spent the time doing that today, because I am approaching 2024 with a lot more confidence. And I hope each and every one of you are too, right? With the expectation of letting my intuition do the work, letting things be automatic, magnetizing what I'm asking for to me. I'm seeing evidence of that already. You are too. You guys, this is going to be a fun year.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready for fun? I am. I'm really ready for fun. And I just told a friend that I'd go to a Madonna concert with her. And so that, like, what could be more fun than that? We're going to dress up. We're going to be fools. It's going to be incredible. And that is how I want my year to feel. I want it to feel very fun. So if you want some support, if you want help in overcoming any of those challenges that we were talking about, if you want help setting up your own systems for alignment so this year can be the best it could possibly be, if you want the aligned up level recordings and the aligned income course, then join us in our coaching group. I put a link. I put a link in the chat for you. It's very affordable and it is highly worth it. So hopefully we will see you in there.
I got nothing else.
We did it.
We did it. 12:01.
So thank you, everybody. We love you. We will see you next week. Oh, happy birthday to my mom. If she's watching, hello. Happy birthday. And yeah, we'll see you all very soon. Thank you for being here.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rachel. Bye, guys.